That night, I came home earlier than usual. My plan was simple: surprise my wife with dinner, maybe reconnect after weeks of distance. But as I opened the door, laughter drifted from the living room. A man's voice. My heart sank. I stepped inside quietly, and there they were, my wife on the couch, leaning into him as if she'd forgotten she was married. The wine glasses, the candlelight, it was all for him, in my own house. Rage boiled in my veins. She dared to bring him here, into our home, and that was her biggest mistake. They froze when they saw me standing there. My wife's face turned, pale, while her lover shifted uncomfortably, trying to play it cool. "This isn't what it looks like," she stammered, but her trembling voice betrayed her. I didn't scream. I didn't throw a fit. Instead, I smiled. A cold, terrifying smile that made them both uneasy. I calmly placed my keys on the counter and said, "You're right. It's worse than it looks. Because you didn't just betray me, you disrespected my home." Their smug confidence melted instantly. They had no idea what was coming next. Instead of confronting them directly, I walked to the kitchen. The silence was suffocating. My wife whispered to him, panicked. He asked if they should leave. But I returned, holding my phone. With one press, I revealed a hidden camera feed on the screen. Every embrace, every kiss, every betrayal, it was all recorded. Their eyes widened in horror. "You think tonight was your first time caught?" I asked. "No, I've been watching for weeks." My wife collapsed into the chair, tears streaming down her face. The man cursed under his breath. Instant regret replaced their arrogance. I didn't waste another second. Right there, I dialed her parents, putting the call on speaker. When they answered, I said calmly, "I think you should see what your daughter has been doing." I turned, the phone toward the screen, showing them the video feed. Gasps echoed through the line, followed by angry shouts. My wife screamed, begging me to stop, but I ignored her. "She thought my home was a playground for her affair," I said, my voice steady. "Now everyone will know." The man stood up, ready to leave, but I wasn't done yet. Next, I opened the door wide and said to him, "Get out, you're trespassing." He hesitated, but the fury in my eyes made him step back. As he left, I took a photo of him standing, in my doorway, evidence for what would come next. My wife chased after him, but I blocked her path. "No," I said coldly. "You're staying right here. You don't get to run away from this." She sobbed uncontrollably, begging for forgiveness. But forgiveness wasn't on the table, revenge was, and she was about to see just how fast consequences could arrive. I pulled out a folder from my drawer, documents I had prepared for months, proof of her affair, financial records, even a prenuptial agreement she had carelessly signed years ago. "You thought you were clever," I told her, "but you forgot I protect what's mine." She tried to grab the papers, but I pushed them aside. "Tomorrow, these go to my lawyer. Tonight, you pack your things." She shook her head in disbelief. "Please don't do this," she screamed. But her begging only fueled me. She made her choice, and now she would face mine. I walked to the closet, pulling out garbage bags. One by one, I started tossing her clothes inside, ignoring her cries. "You brought him here," I said coldly, "so you don't get to stay here anymore." She fell to her knees, pleading, but I didn't stop. With every piece of clothing I threw out, I felt lighter, stronger. The woman who once held my heart was now nothing but a stranger. She had treated my love like trash. So now, I treated her belongings the same. Instant, brutal, revenge. When her bags were at the door, I picked up my phone again. This time, I sent the evidence to my lawyer, ensuring the divorce process would begin immediately. Then, I forwarded a few clips to close friends and family, enough to expose the truth, but not enough to destroy my son's respect for his mother. My wife screamed at me, "You're ruining my life." I turned to her and said, "No. You ruined it the moment you let him touch you in my house." Her tears meant nothing now. The damage was done. The next morning, she was gone. Her lover, never came back for her. Her family disowned her, ashamed of her actions. Meanwhile, I stood tall, stronger than ever. The divorce went through swiftly. The prenup ensured she left with nothing but guilt. She had gambled with my trust and lost everything. People said my revenge was cold, but it wasn't cruelty. It was justice. She thought she could humiliate me in my own home. Instead, she humiliated herself in front of everyone she cared about. That was instant revenge, sharper than any blade. Now, when I walk through my home, it feels lighter, peaceful. No more lies, no more betrayal. She dared to bring her lover into my house, thinking I'd be weak, but instead, she unlocked a side of me she never imagined. I didn't yell, I didn't fight. I simply exposed her, stripped her of everything, and walked away with my dignity intact. My revenge wasn't violent. It was precise, instant, and final. She lost her family, her reputation, and me. And I lost nothing but a traitor. In the end, that was the sweetest victory.